morning, everyone. Welcome back to another week of Nexus Grain Market Updates. It is a rainy Wednesday morning, October 15, 2025 at 7:49 a.m. And let's just take a look at what the markets are doing overnight. Across the major terminals of the company, Nexus Cooperative is $3.70 for corn, delivered October, November. There's a certain amount of time premium built into the corn market right now, December, January, $3.79 and $3.90 respectively. Soybean market down a couple of pennies overnight, $9.31 for October, November. Likewise with soybeans, a significant amount of premium built in. I am $9.48, $9.53 for December, and around $9.53 to $9.58 for January. So we are seeing a considerable amount of post-harvest premium built into our cash grains markets. The markets as they stand right now, we're down about 8 cents on corn on the week. We are off about 18 cents on soybeans on the week. When I really boil down the markets this morning, I'm not going to belabor the Chinese situation with soybeans. We all hear the same reports from every reporter, every analyst out there that we're absent of Chinese business. Really what that does, that translates into a greater carryout. I'm going to get into that at the bottom of this, so I'm not going to belabor that. Really, our bean market this year is a story of demand. Our bean yields are very consistent. I want to say surprisingly good across most of the Nexus community. Corn market is a story of supply. The corn yields are considerably variable. This is probably the most variable year that I can really ever remember with corn yields that are being reported. Really, at the end of the day, I believe that's going to translate into a very measurable amount of yield reduction nationally, because the areas that the fungal pressure affected are the greater production areas in the United States. I believe that the fungal pressure will have a lot more influence on our national corn yields than is being given right now. So we'll see how that plays out, but those are my comments this morning about that. The government continues to be shut down. I will tell you, reflect a little bit upon my age, and that for those of us that can remember the early 70s, when we did not have the reporting, we did not have the satellite imagery that's available today. The United States was involved in a trade, I'll call it a trade experience, that history now has come to be known as the Great Russian Grain Robbery. And essentially there was what amounted to a drought in the former Soviet Union, and the Soviets very quietly came into the United States through different intermediaries and so forth, and were able to acquire a vast quantity of wheat, corn, and there were some other oil seeds and coarse grains associated. By the time it was all said and done, the United States actually ran short of grains, and that resulted in a problem here in the U.S. In the early 70s. Since then, we have developed a considerably more sophisticated mechanism for measuring what is sold, what is bought, what is produced. We can argue about the validity of some of these numbers, but the bottom line is it's really pretty good. So the ones that we do have right now, we do have NOPA, National Oilseed Processors Association. That's coming out today. As I just said a few minutes ago, the soybean market is a story of demand, and really there's two things we do with soybeans. We crush them domestically and we export them. Typically, I'll say last year and the year before, particularly last year, we exported about 40% of our soybeans. Of that 40% that was exported, 2/3 of the export volume went to the top 3 customers. I'm not going to rattle those off, but that's just how heavily weighted these markets are with the export customers that we have, with our foreign customers with soybeans. Not any different with corn. I'm going to touch on that in a second. But yeah, NOPA's going to come out today with would be the September crush. I'm looking for the number to be somewhere north of 195 million bushel of soybeans crushed in the month of September. It could tickle 200. We'll see what the number is when it's published. But we are in an era right now where we are going to be seeing month on month, we will be seeing record domestic usage for soybeans. That's good for all of us, by the way. We know that. Let's move on to corn. Corn, again, it's a story of supply. We get to our, the corn market is far more complicated. We do several more things with corn than we do with soybeans. Corn, it's a market of feed, food, industrial ethanol, lots of different things we can do with corn. 17% of our corn is exported, so much more smaller percentage of our corn is devoted to export. The facility I work in focuses very heavily on export. The export market is characterized with corn much similar to soybeans in that, again, about 2/3 of the total corn export market goes to the top 3 customers. So this thing is weighted very heavily towards the larger players. The S&Ds, and I can't tell you when the next WASDE report's going to be. Nobody knows. I will tell you that the group that I work with, we're looking at somewhere around a 2 billion bushel, perhaps somewhere north of 2 billion bushel corn carryout a year from now. We're looking at probably somewhere around 600 or so million bushels of soybean carryout, and that explains my earlier comment about why we're seeing these premiums built into the deferred months. These stocks have to be carried, and that is the market mechanism to keep everything from coming to market at this point in time. So that's the explanation for that. I do want to actually take a moment today, talk a little bit about Nexus and the Nexus app. We have what I would, at least locally, myself and a couple of my colleagues, a little incubator that we did. And we have a mechanism of targeting specific audiences, specific regions, sending specific messages for one reason or another. I will tell you that if you do not have the app, I strongly suggest you do. There's a lot of great information. It's very interactive. It's a very feature-rich instrument. And we are relying very heavily upon using the app as a mechanism to interact with our customer base. It's just another component of the services that we offer. I'm going to show you here at the end of the feature here just how to get on the app. It's a real simple procedure. And we have staff that are trained. If you have any questions about how to use the app once you get this thing downloaded, it's very customer friendly. So that's really about all I have. I want to thank you again. Thank you all for your business. I've got a rain out day today, so I'm not looking for a lot of activity across the company's scales coming out of the field. It's going to be a couple days now based on most of the rain events that I've seen. It wasn't a real organized event, but everybody got pretty wet. So take the time today to regroup, catch up on some clerical activities, and we'll see you later. Thank you very much for everything. Goodbye now.